Welcome everybody, VSD here, Tech. In today's episode we're gonna be touching base on something that a lot of people already forgot. Namely, this thing here, this beast here, the notch. So right now we almost have the final version from Samsung One UI 4 Beta 4, which is based on Android 12, and here we have the final Android 12 stock running on the Pixel 3 XL, and that's for a reason, right? Because a lot of us can close our eyes, right, when we have something like this, which at some point you just ignore it's there. It could also be here or here in the middle, a bit more symmetrical, but it's very tiny, right? At least this kind of like a notch. But this beast here, right, is something that the Pixel 3 XL users were blessed with. But it's not a problem, you know. There are a lot of people using the Apple iPhones out there having kind of like a similar notch, don't care. But I want to test how Android 12 stock and also One UI 4 deals with that. And I want to also use this video to address something that was not available in the previous beta, so you were not able to do anything with the notch here from the One UI 4, but only from the developer settings, right? So we're gonna start first with the Samsung, guys. Right now, when you go into the settings and you go inside the display, you're gonna see something called the full screen apps. You might at this point of time just scratch your head and just asking yourself why here? I don't know, right? We have the full screen apps here. You can force apps to run in full screen even if they're not optimized for long displays, which I think is one part of things, and that's related with aspect ratio and etc. And there, just in the bottom right corner, we have something called the camera cutout, which is a probably better word for saying notch, right? So here, guys, in the camera cutout, you are able to hide the camera cutout area by just covering it with a black bar. Okay, and I would just say, well, it's just not really a lot, but hey, it's also not really a lot of notch here. And the other funny part is that inside the One UI 4, you're just able to do this for each and every application, which might be a bit upsetting because you probably want to have like a global settings. Well, not there. And I'm going to use Chrome on both devices. So right now, guys, we have Chrome, we have app default, right, and this is how it looks like. I'm just going to open Chrome here, and I'm just going to open the Chrome on my beloved 3XL, which has a rather very big here chin and this outrageous notch. There are some people in the comments down below in some of my previous videos that said that the Pixel 3 XL didn't really age well, and I mean, who am I to disagree? Just look at this, right? So Chrome here, Chrome here. So here we have this very circular like point of a notch. Here we have this monster, and now I'm going back inside and just showing you guys what you can do with the One UI 4. So I'm gonna click here and select my Chrome, okay, and then show you guys what the options are. So apparently we have three options. We have the app default, which is just don't do anything with the notch. Then we have hide the camera cutout, and that's what we do right now. Okay, so I'm just going to now try to open my Chrome again and see. The only big change here, guys, is that we have this very big black bar, and it doesn't really look bad. And the moment you go outside, by the way, you just get full control of your screen here. You can also see the notch, right? So it just works again on an application level, and that's hiding the camera cutout. Now let's go back and let me just try to find Chrome again. The other option is to show the camera cutout. So I'm going to just go back here and try to open Chrome again. So I'm not really sure what showing the camera cutout means, because we have something called the app default, and the app default, by the way, is pretty much the same. So practically, guys, we just have on this like one option on the One UI 4, and this option is to use this black bar. And I'm just saying, like, from the system, from One UI 4 itself. So hide camera cutout, alright, and then we just go here, we see this black bar. And now on Android 12 it gets a bit more interesting, since some of the developer 2 or 3 I think versions back in February this year, you were able to do something with the notch. Let me show you how. When you go inside and you just start to type, let's say cutout or even notch, well, because this is a very intelligent phone, it will guide you to the developer's option. So you have something called the display cutout, right? Inside you have device, we have plenty of options. First one is device default, okay. Then we have hide, and yeah, okay, this is, I think it's not a good implementation. So you just see what happens with the hide one, okay. So I'm just gonna go back, guys, and just try to show you all the other options. We have the corner cutout, which is kind of, again, awful, right? It doesn't really work on my Pixel. We have the double cutout. This is really for people probably that just have a small notch and they can just, you know, simulate notches. We have the punch hole cutout, right, which is also not doing anything on my Pixel. Then we have the tall cutout, which again doing nothing on the Pixel. We have the waterfall cutout, which is again something, and then we have here render apps below the cutout area, right? And this is about the only one option that actually works fine on the Pixel. And just know something, guys, this will work on almost like all these system settings here. It will work also on the home screen. So if I just show you, like, I'm going to my home setting, it's there. And on the Samsung Galaxy, apparently you're not able to do so. But of course, I'm gonna just check. I'm gonna go back here and try to see if inside the camera cutout I'm able to find the launcher. Alright, so we have the activity launcher, we have the game launcher. Okay, no, so it's apparently cannot able to do so. So we have home, no. So the only option, guys, that you can just do from One UI 4, and I just understand this, is just to have this black bar here, but latest Samsung devices, they just have this very small notch. Here inside the stock Android 12, there are plenty of options if you're using newer Pixel models, but apparently the only one that works really on my device is this very ugly one. Yeah. So it's not a nice implementation. And by the way, right, you apparently can also play with these things inside your One UI 4 as well. So if I am to type here cutout, just, you know, see, cut out, okay, you're going to be redirected to the developers option. You have simulate display with cutout. Nothing from these options, guys, works great. So the only option is to really use the system option we have from One UI 4. And on the Pixel, guys, if you really hate this kind of a notch, well, yeah, you can use this option. But then see, we have this very, very bad frame. So it's at least on the Pixel 3 XL, it's a not so good implementation. That's about it, guys. This is what this video is about. I really hope that you have liked the video. If that's the case, like it, subscribe to the channel, and please, you and your families, stay safe until we meet next time. With that said, VST over and bye.